¿Qué onda, vatos? Thanks for tuning in to yet another video. We are assembling the 5-drawer US General mechanics cart. So, got this on sale. It's for $200 for the next 2 weeks. If you're out there looking for something to organize your tools, this is pretty good. So, of course, it's made in China. You know, it is what it is, right? So the only really, it's a pretty straightforward installation. Very straightforward. The only thing you have to remember, the only thing that's actually crucial is this piece right here. So I wish they would actually put like a little indent bottom or top or whatever they want to do, but you guys have to remember the short end is the one that goes on top. So let's go ahead and just look at this. You can see there is a slight difference. So from here to here, that is 1 inch. All right, you guys see that? That is 1 inch. That is the bottom of the cart. All right, you guys can see the spacing between this middle bracket right here. You see, from here to here, it's a different measurement. So if you were to install this upside down, it's not going to sit properly. So that's going to be a lot of time wasted. All right, so let's look at the top of this this L bracket or whatever you want to call it. You can see that different measurement. That is 1 inch. It's 1.25 inches to 1 3/8 inches, somewhere around there. So remember, this is the top end. This is the top piece. So this piece goes like this. All right, like this. Short end on the bottom. The 1 3/8 inches, slightly bigger spacing goes on top. All right, keep that in mind. Alright, so we have the wheels installed. Like I said, all of these have lock washers, the wheels on the bottom. So if you're wondering between this little bag of goodies, these are just nuts, and the ones on these ones, they're all lock nuts, or that plastic nuts, or nylon nuts, nylon nuts, whatever you want to call it. So these are the ones I believe that go on the rest of the assembly. So these ones have lock nuts or nylon nuts or whatever you want to call them. Can't really say the word right now. But all right, now we go on to installing these bad boys. So remember, the 1 3/8 inches or 1.5 inches. That's the top. That's the one that goes on top. Oh yes, that's right. One more thing. Remember to put the wheels on the same side. So the swivel wheels goes on one side, both of them together, right? Do not get that mixed up. Do not put a solid wheel and a swivel. You're not going to be able to turn the cart. You see that? You see the swivel wheels are on one side. You see it right there. You see one side. They're both swivel wheels. There's the other side. You can see that. So the swivel wheels go on one side, and then the straight wheels go on the opposite side, and that's how you're able to turn the cart. You see that? These are not swivel wheels. The swivel wheels are on the opposite side. So remember to do that correctly. Swivel wheels one side, non-swivel on the opposite side, and they both go together. Okay? Do not mix and match the wheels, because you're not going to be able to turn it, and then you'll have to redo the whole install once again, especially if you have the toolbox already on top. I guess you could put it on blocks and then, you know, change it out, but just do it right the first time, okay? Alright, so now for the next important detail, we have the supports of the actual toolbox itself. These little clips go up. Alright, so keep that in mind. Not like this, you know, kind of like this, not like that. Alright, these go up like this. So just place that like that. Right, and this is where the box itself locks into place, and it doesn't, you know, move left and right. These little clips hold it in place when you're, you know, wheeling the cart around and stuff like that. All right, let's go ahead and put that in there, and then of course you also have this little extra shelf. This you could put it on this side, or you could put it on the other side of the cart. It really doesn't matter. It really depends on you. I have the swivel wheels down here, so this is where my handle is going to be. So that's why I'm putting it here on top of the swivel wheels. You could do it the opposite way. I just find it a little bit easier to kind of maneuver the cart where the handle is from the wheels. That's just me though. That's my preference. It all depends on you. Like I said, you could do it however, you know, however you want to put it on. You could do it that way. So let's go ahead and attach this. This one I'm going to put it on top of the other little support bracket that we have here, that cross member. So I'm just going to put it on top. You can see the hole lines up perfectly. You could just go ahead and, you know, start putting on these nuts and bolts. So you can see everything's still loose. I'm going to go back and start cranking everything down. Alright, so now we're going back, tightening all these bolts. The way I'm doing it is I'm working from the bottom up. The reason why, of course, is these are still loose. You see how it's kind of loose up here? So if I were to tighten, you know, this as it sits, then the bottom will be way out of whack. So that's why we tighten up the bottom, because these are loose. I already tightened this one up, but these are loose. So you can see the play in it. If we were to tighten these up, if we tighten up the bottom ones, it levels out with the base, and then that just kind of tightens up everything else on the top. So that's why we start with the bottom up. So we already did these two roller wheels, the ones that don't swivel, and we're just gonna do the these pieces down here. So lefty loosey, righty tighty, and just, you know, go all the way around. And once you start tightening these up, it kind of brings in all these pieces in together, and that way it kind of sits properly once we get up to that, you know, to this part of the install. All right, that's pretty much it. And then once we're finished with this piece, tightening everything up right here, making sure it's all nice and solid, we put the toolbox on. But we are going to have some help, because putting the toolbox in is a two-person job, no matter what. I mean, unless you could do it, that would be impressive, but I cannot do it. Alright, so it's already nighttime. As you guys can see, it's already dark. I wasn't able to get somebody to help me until just right now, so this is why we are finishing the install. Remember, As I mentioned, there are these clips that you have to put the toolbox in. So you can see right here, you can see that right there, okay? That's what holds the toolbox in place and it doesn't, you know, move around and stuff like that. All right, so you guys now see that, of course. And there's the same thing on the other side. I'm not sure because it's dark. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see it. No, you guys probably can't see it. So now we have to install the handle and these little support brackets. So these go on the inside. All right, I made the mistake of putting this on without this. Had to, you know, take it off. It's a tight fit, of course. I'm surprised this is already attached. When I did this on another install, these swivels were not I mean, they weren't installed. I noticed a few things on this one. I guess it's just a newer. They had padding on the edge right here. It was quite nice. It was like this type of material. They had padding all the way around. The wheels were both inside of this main compartment and then not in the bottom. That's what happened with one of the other ones. The wheels and the hardware, they were in here. So let's go ahead and attach these brackets. We still have some bolts right here as well. We're almost finished. Oh, remember as well, the handle. So before you install these bolts and nuts, you have to remember that you have to attach this, you know, wherever you want to put it. You want to put it up here, or you want to put it down here. You have two different options here. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just putting the nuts and bolts on the outside, and then once I decide where I want to put the handle, I'll probably put it at the bottom one, and then we'll go ahead and thread those bolts and nuts. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Everything's bolted in. There was only a minor issue on this side right here. I had to use a flathead to just kind of push this underneath. The camera's not even on it. So this was, yeah, I just used the flathead just to kind of move this, just to move that underneath. So everything else was pretty easy install. Just this little what is this, a rivet, was giving me a little bit of an issue. Just kind of, I just cleared the spacing, and that's pretty much it. That's how you assemble a 5-drawer US General piece. Looks like we used up everything. Oh, we still have to put the handle in there, but that's pretty straightforward. That's a Phillips screwdriver that goes right there. Okay, so I'm not even gonna bother, it's already late. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching yet another video. Of course, it's orange, so it kind of goes along with you know, Harley-Davidson orange and black. Yes, it is. It looks pretty good. You know, maybe I'll do a review in a few weeks or something. Maybe in a few months, probably do a review or something. Let you guys know how it's holding up. Yeah, stay out there, stay safe. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.